Hello and welcome back everybody. We're joining some dots in this one, looking at the bigger picture. We're going to be taking a grand tour of Elysium Planitia, this vast plain located on the equator of Mars. This is it folks, Elysium Planitia, this vast region spanning the equator of Mars. And from the pins you can see I've discovered many artifacts in this area. We've got Mount Sharp here to the bottom left, where we find the Rover Curiosity, and up there folks to the center left we've got the InSight lander. We'll have a look at the anomalies in a moment. So Curiosity rover roaming the plains of Elysium Planitia near Mount Sharp, and then there's InSight lander listening to the activity in the surface of Mars. Earlier this year, George Haas of the Cydonia Institute published a journal about some of the artifacts and anomalies I discovered in Elysium Planitia, and he called it the Raptor Zone Complex. A huge shout out to George for the recognition over there. So it's volume 23 and number 1. Dr. John Brandenburg also added the Raptor Zone Complex to his dead civilization hypothesis, which presents strong evidence for a widespread dead humanoid civilization on Mars. Close to the Raptor Zone Complex I discovered a strange face, and I compared it to the face of Chewbacca. George then went and wrote an article over at his Cydonia Institute website called the Chewbacca Outpost. Thanks so much for the recognition, George. Much appreciated. Right, let's have a look at the anomalies and artifacts I discovered in Elysium Planitia, which is outlined over here. And let's find out why this area is so important to NASA. We've got Gale Crater or Mount Sharp over here to the bottom left, and this is where we have Curiosity rover. Let's have a look at some of the photographs that were snapped by Curiosity. Here's one in which it shows these megalithic blocks and slabs. Check it, the straight edges and right angles on these. We've also got parallel sides, and a bevel's been cut across that one over there. This one even looks like it has like a tabletop on it, rather weird. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter also snapped a rather weird anomaly close by, and I compare it to the Puebloan ruins that we find down in South America. It's this strange grid-like structure. We've got symmetry and geometry in these patterns, folks. There we've got 45-degree angles, 90-degree angles there. This looks almost like a top view of an ancient city with roads. Maybe these are outlines or remains of walls. And then also close by we've got another megalithic slab, looks like a monolith. Then up towards the InSight lander, which is located there, folks, we've got, I called this a Cydonia 2.0 because of the similarity, taking the face and pyramid in Cydonia to the next level, hence 2.0. And there's the face, folks. Let's switch on the CTX mosaic, and we'll take a closer look at the anomaly and how large it is. It'll take a moment to load, and there you can see it. Let's measure the dimensions. It's approximately 2 to 3 kilometers wide and about 5 kilometers long. Maybe take a close-up look. We can see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth over there. As I say, it looks a lot like the face of Chewbacca. Well, at any rate, to me it does. Then inside lander, located there, also photographed weird megalithic blocks close by. It's straight edges, right angles to it. And then up to the top left, we've got more megalithic blocks. These over here, about 10 meters long. We've got one stacked right there next to it. Also has straight edges and right angles to it. We go over to the north, and that's where I discovered one side of a triangle. Looks like an eroded pyramid over there, folks, and the length of that there at the base is about 100 to 150 meters across, if I can recall correctly. Then also this strange surface feature that looks like it's been mined or scraped clean. Look at those straight lines there, folks. It's like a ramp. And we've got the outline of what looks like this region had canals in it. And then more megalithic blocks and slabs in that region. And that's where I discovered this huge pyramid, folks. It's about 2.5 kilometers at the base. I compare it to the Teotihuacan pyramid of the sun. We've got a similar design. We've got the 4 sides, and then off to the bottom left over here, we've got, it looks like a smaller pyramidal feature with a staircase. So this looks as if it was covered in water. The water subsided, and the sides are covered in a sedimentary layer. Then we'll have a look at another pyramidal structure I found close by. So let's switch on the CTX mosaic and have a look at the size of the structure. And there's the raptor head that gave this site the name the Raptor Zone Complex. Here's that pyramid. Let's measure the size. So at the base, it's about 2.5 to 3 kilometers over there. Check that out, folks. And the capstone seems to be missing, like the pyramid down in Giza. So let's have a look at the other pyramid close by. It's also got 4 sides to it. Strange part sticking off there to the right, and in the center a perfect circular depression. Let's measure the size of this one, folks. So at the base there, it's about 1.5 kilometers long, and on this side about 1.3. The diameter of that circle is about 500 meters across. And also you can compare it to the pyramid of the sun with this strange smaller structure on the one side. Let's switch off the CTX mosaic. So there's the first pyramid, second pyramid. At one triangular side of a rent structure perhaps. Let's see what else we got. Down at the south, two more huge megalithic blocks. Up here to the top right, got another megalithic structure. These two blocks seem to fit together with this edge over here fitting into that opening over there. And then to the right hand side on this plane we've got another pyramidal feature. Check out the triangular side over there, very symmetrical as well, and that there's about 80 meters long if I recall correctly. Also there we've got a strange disc and dome like anomaly. This one's about 12 meters in diameter. We've got the disc at the bottom, and on top of it right there in its center, this perfect dome, folks. And this is also where I checked these strange streaks on the surface. It looks like some type of liquid that has seeped through the surface and run down the sides of these slopes. More megalithic blocks, triangular ones over there, very similar in geometry and the angles there. Also looks like an obelisk sticking out over there. And this is where I found these megalithic blocks. This one over here is about 5 by 5 meters in size. The one next to it looks like it could have been a supporting column. And it's got a little triangle cut out there on the one side. These blocks are still tightly packed together, just like these. These are also about 5 by 5 meters in size. We've got one large one there and two smaller ones over here to the side, and that one is very similar to this one in front of it. A little pyramid block on top with a circular protrusion on its side there. And this block, a little bit bigger than those, about 8 by 8 meters in size, has got two very smooth flat sides or surfaces there, 90-degree angle. And the first anomaly, check that out. We've got this L-shaped piece, 90-degree angle there, and this has been cut at an angle over there. It looks like 45 degrees. And next to it, another rectangular part, and that there looks like an opening. Also got 90 degrees there, and it looks like a small little pyramid on the top, just above that opening. And then to the right of Elysium Planitia, another one of these triangular sides. That there is about 60 or so meters long at the base, and it looks like some other depiction of some kind has been carved or sculpted into the side of that one. And then close to that triangle we've got this perfect hole, folks. Check that out. That there's about 8 meters in diameter. More blocks, next one another, and this over here looks like another one of those obelisk type anomalies. Check out the long shadow it casts. And then more of these liquid streaks running down slopes. Check that out. Looks as if it's recent as well. And then some weird structured items in that location. Another one of the megalithic slabs there, folks. More liquid running down the slope over there. And some more blocks, right angles to them as well. And this is where my friend Saturn Arc discovered these strange horseshoe crab-like anomalies. So let's take a closer look at those horseshoe crab-like artifacts east of Insight Lander. You can find these images over at my blog. Scroll down and take a look at these. Also in this valley we've got telltale signs of flooding in the distant past. Streamlined islands, NASA calls those. So there was plenty of mud in this region, folks. And that's where these critters come into play. Look at the typical tracks that these leave behind them, and then we compare those to the ones we find on Mars. So there's a look at one of the tracks over there, another one over here to the right hand side, and these seem to be fossilized, guys. There's another look at one of the tracks, the bend over there, another strange clump at the end of the track. Many will say that there was lava flow through this area of Mars, and these streaks were caused by the lava flowing in one direction. But there are tracks that go in opposite directions, which then sort of negates that argument. Another close-up look at the track over there, and a couple of photographs later, in a site close by, we can see tracks going down in a southerly direction. So if there was lava flow on this plane, how can we have tracks in opposite directions? Doesn't make sense. There's a close-up look at that track. Right, so what is it about this plane that NASA finds so intriguing? I think we may have answered the question, guys. That's it for this one, folks. Thank you for watching. I look forward to reading your comments and analysis in the commentary below. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Have I connected some dots? And have I shown the bigger picture of Elysium Planitia? And why it is so important to NASA, having the lander and the rover there as well. Welcome on board, new subscribers. Thanks for joining the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.